Why? Where is this going? Oh! Oh! Generic control in the deck goes Moo. Here back with another Caddicarus reaction. Today we're doing the forbidden world of banned games. So I'm guessing it's probably games that are either banned in certain regions or countries for certain reasons, or maybe just games that weren't allowed to release at all. But let's go ahead and jump on into it. Alright, last week's video was Demonic World of Disney Games. Extreme violence, language, drug references. And what? Oh, hi Stan. Oh, I thought that was a light. Is that a... No, that's not a light underneath the... Caddy, what's up? Also, Crash Bandicoot 2 is rather fun. I'm streaming on Saturdays. Just started it today. Is it peanut butter?
What? I wasn't looking at my secret stash of illegal games. What?
You have a secret stash of illegal games?
Banned video games, you know, like Rock Band. It's a topic you don't
that's
often
not
see
banned.
people on YouTube discussing nowadays, and I don't know why that is.
Because
Maybe it's
the
because
forbidden
these games
thing.
are just that offensive to the general public, and you
I'm
need
in.
to be a mental delinquent to play them. Oh shit, the kids are still here! Amy!
What?
Look under your bed.
Why?
I got you a present.
Is it a gun?
Wow, thanks. What's in this box?
Oh!
As silly as this
Oh!
sounds, video games and controversy go
Waluigi,
hand
what?
in hand like bread and butter or beer and my father. Unless you're thinking about games hiding in the deep web
What
like
is
Sad
this?
Satan, the first series
What?
you think of when controversy and games come together is most probably Grand Theft
It's
Auto,
not
which has
for
been
me.
altered, censored, cut, or outright banned in multiple countries for the subjects it
Really?
tackles, like
Like
drugs,
what countries?
violence, misogyny, racism, and even...
Sounds like a great time to
I'm
me.
not just talking about the hot coffee mod,
That's a
although
to-do
this
list.
image is making my hot coffee go cold. My point is, games are often censored, changed, or outright banned all over the world for a variety of reasons all the time. And it could be for understandable reasons, like Omega Labyrinth Z for the
Why?
inclusion of inappropriate scenes with people who appear to be underage.
I could see that. Yep, that makes sense.
This game because, well,
What's the
why do you
hands?
think? Or this game, which is
Oh.
a JFK assassination simulator. This isn't how I remember the footage looking! They could be banned for utterly boring reasons, like
That was
publisher
not
arguments
what
or
Dallas
legal
was like.
disputes, which I honestly have no interest in whatsoever. Or they could be banned for morbidly over-the-top reasons, like Crash Bandicoot 2 being censored in Japan.
I just got
This
Crash!
death animation of Crash being flattened looked remarkably similar to a severed head and shoes left behind by a Japanese serial killer going around at the time.
Someone literally
No,
commented
that is not
on
a
the
joke,
stream
and if
today
you live in
about
the US
that.
or the UK,
That
you'd be surprised
thought it
at
was
the
an
sheer
idea.
volume of games that just aren't legally available in many other countries. I mean, seriously, just go to Wikipedia and see for yourself. You've got the usual suspects like China, who banned Animal Crossing New Horizons,
Why?
probably because Tom Nook was a threat to their government. But that's to be expected,
What?
since
Yeah,
China
yeah, I
are
can
well
see that.
known for banning a lot of things, including Facebook, Google, and babies. But did you know that
Babies?
Roblox was banned in Guatemala because of it putting children at risk online? Or that Half-Life
isn't
2
that just
was
the
banned
internet?
in Greece because
Really?
of its dystopian setting? What is this? 1984?
Is that a book?
See?
That's a George Orwell book.
I did the joke! And if you want to talk about countries banning things, look no further than Germany. My
Oh,
God,
no.
look at
Oh,
all of these
Germany.
banned
Come on,
games.
Germany.
They're just as good at banning video games as they are at losing wars. Aliens vs. Predator, Dead Rising, Mortal Kombat 2011, Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles, Little Britain,
Never heard of
the
that one.
video game. No one is safe. Quick, everybody, hide that paper cut, or Germany will ban you for excessive violence. Problem is, though,
Is that-
most of these examples are related to more recent games, and I'm sure you
What
can
about older
imagine in
games?
today's day and age, there's just way too many to go through, and there's way too many overly
What
specific
games are banned in
reasons on
America?
why some games do get banned in
Freedom
some
Rock.
countries. So I thought it would be funnier to
Freedom
look at retro
equals
banned
Screech.
games instead, from much longer ago, when the world was in a different place, and we weren't sure if the latest copy of Night Trap was just a stupid FMV game, or an instructional video teaching our kids how to kidnap and murder young women while walking around like chimps. You know, back in the good old days, like when the UK refused to release the Rockstar game Bully unless the name was changed.
Rockstar?
Because
To
of the
what?
awful school bullying problem we had at the time. Couldn't call it Bully.
Don't they
So
always
when we got
have
it,
that problem?
We had to change the name to Canis Canum Edit. but you still run around a school kicking fat kids, so well done for fixing the bullying problem. Plus, you get a weird rush
I wasn't
discovering
a fat
physical
kid,
games
but
that
I
were
got
initially
bullied
banned or deemed illegal in
relentlessly.
other countries. It's a lot different from just downloading something online. So today I managed to get my hands on 8 physical copies
Only
of
8?
elusive
This is a
retro
52-minute
games
long
that were
video?
banned in all sorts of countries for all sorts of reasons. But don't tell anyone, or else the policeman will come and get me.
I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's like
Guys,
illegal
I told you not to tell
possess.
anybody. Great.
I think
Now
it was
I'm
just
gonna go
illegal
to
from the
prison, aren't I?
cell.
I can't go there. I'll get thrown around like a tea towel.
Good day, my name is Mr. Bookcase, and I'll give you
No,
a
your
box.
spawns.
Oh, thanks. What's in it? Awesome!
How lucky am I, eh?
Someone
You
sent
know, for a second,
a
I was
large
really
package to the
worried
P.O.
that it was a
box
warrant
that I
for my
picked up
arrest or
yesterday.
something.
For the letter.
Hello, I'm
It spawns.
Spons.
It spawns.
Kill me.
If you couldn't tell, this video is 100% going to be demonetized and blacklisted by YouTube. So
I
because of that,
doubt
I'm
that.
extremely thankful for today's video
Is this
sponsor,
Mecha-
the new mobile action game,
Mech Arena. Yep.
Arena. And look, Cads, they sent you a care package.
Yes,
Nice.
they certainly
Is there
did,
a-
didn't they? So what have
a
we
robot
got
in it?
here?
What is
Brown paper.
my favorite?
Okay, we got some tissue. Oh, that's cool.
And
I've always wanted some of that. And we've got.
It's branded.
Oh, dude, there's a tin of biscuits.
Is it actually?
Oh, cool. What's this?
Oh, it's not,
we've
okay.
got art book. Sweet.
I think they've actually reached out to
Nice,
me
awesome. Add that to
for
my
something.
shelf.
I wanna say
Apparently we
they
also
have.
some blueprints here in case you want to build a mech yourself. And we got this thing here, which is really heavy. I'm not sure what it is though. Wait.
What is-
What's going on here?
Oh, is it a
What's
screen?
Mech Arena is
Oh.
a new third-person mech shooter built from the ground up.
What? Why did they include that?
It's free to play.
I've never seen a company ever do
Yeah.
this before. This is so cool. This is like if you go to a party shop and Elvis sings to you in a birthday card. Oh, lovely. Look at that.
coin?
A metal circle. I've always wanted one of those. Heads or tails, Ollie?
Well,
Tails.
in golf we'd call that a
Actually, don't
ball
bother, that
marker.
hurts. And underneath the metal
Yeah.
circle, we've got got some
Foam.
foam. You can
Nice.
take that home with you, Ollie.
No, you
Then
probably
we
should
have,
put
at
that
the
back
very
so you
bottom
can
of this little
keep it all together.
tin- Oh, look!
Dude,
it's
brand
a
packaging is
little-
awesome.
it's
I
my
always
little-
keep brand
my
packages.
Little man. It's my little man.
Like,
and he has,
Vitamin
he can
Water?
stand
Shout
up
to them.
there on his own, but apparently he also, if you don't want him to stand on the filthy floor, he even has a little plate to be served for your main course. I think I know what this may be.
The shirt?
Yes. It's a Yes, it's a t-shirt. You know what? I know exactly who can wear this.
I like how it's not even like talk.
Dad? Anytime, Spons. Did you just call me Dad?
Mech Arena
The
is
fact
a
that
mobile
spawns is
competitive mech battle
required
that properly tests
in
your skill and properly
the
rewards you for
contract.
getting God. And when I say test your skill, I'm not mincing words because that's the key market that Mech Arena has set out to grab. In
God.
my opinion, it does it really well.
I
During my
miss
downtime while
Titanfall.
making this video and wondering if it's going to get my entire channel deleted, I've been playing Mech Arena a ton. And here are some of my favorite mechs I've been playing around
Yeah,
with.
things are
There's
really bad. I spent the
Guardian,
last
who's
2
slow as
hours,
sludge and takes a lot of damage, but equally deals a lot of damage, and that simply
I don't know.
feels
What-
good. And
what is the
secondly,
thing when
I've
you,
been
like, get
playing
obsessed with
Killshot, who's
something and
once
you
again
wanna
short
do?
on
Is
health
it
and isn't
OCD?
heavy with the weaponry as Guardian,
Or
but the
autism
speed
or
more than
ADHD
makes
or
up for
ADD?
it.
I don't
You
know.
plodding
I
around,
have it,
Killshot
whatever
is
it
the
is.
unicycle for you. At the
I
time
spent
this
2
video goes
hours
out,
comparing the
Mech
last
Arena
3 years of
globally, and to
YouTube,
celebrate that,
year to
there's a
date
huge
and
in-game
whole
event
year,
right now that rewards
and then
you
finding the
daily during the
percentage
first
and
week of you
decreases
signing in.
and
So what are you
increases.
waiting for? Don't you like
It's
rewards?
real
What
bad.
are you? A bronze medalist? The
Like-
game is completely free to play on Android and iOS, and you can use my personal link in the description below or the QR
This-
code
this
here
is
to
just
get
a
the black
stack
carbon skin, 300 A coins, and a buttload of credits to help kickstart your game. And
of
hey,
just-
look out for my username Caddicarus. Add me, and then we might be able to get into some fights
Like,
in real life. On
That
the
was-
street. Thanks again to Mech Arena for the sponsor, and now I have legs.
oh, nice. Spawns is getting built. Nice. Because he has.
Time to run away.
Oh, okay. Bye, Spawns.
Ah,
Caddy,
get off.
this is America.
Legs
Has
are
Caddy come to
overrated.
America? He's definitely come
I
here
want
before, right?
wheels. You can't run anyone over with legs. But you can do
Yeah, you
that
can.
in Carmageddon, our first banned retro game.
think I've
in
heard of this game, right?
1997. At least it
97.
was banned in a lot of countries when it first came out on the PC, including the UK to begin
course.
with. Because the fact that you got points for deliberately ploughing down pedestrians and collecting their wheat didn't go down too well.
Yeah,
for
it's a
the
point
UK
system.
government. And the UK refused to even certify an age rating to the original game for 10 months unless all blood and gore was removed.
So what? You're just gonna hit
In
them
a
and it's just
game
gonna be
about
nothing?
running people over.
Oh,
Because of
they
this,
do
most of the
kinda do
legal
that.
UK PC copies you can get of Carmageddon are censored with zombies and green blood, including the opening cutscene.
Oh.
Oh no! What a disaster! What I'm playing though is the 1999 PS1 re-release exclusive to Europe, which was the same thing as the original game that
But
was
wasn't
first
Britain
banned,
in
but with
Europe
added new
at
tracks
the time?
and cars, and reinstated with a higher age rating for UK audiences. And they are desperate to make that perfectly clear. Don't play this game if you're under 18. Don't play this game if you're under 18.
Oh, wow, they had a lot of
If you're
warnings.
15 years old, it's all good.
You know what's really bizarre though? The PS1 version I'm playing for this video is more or less the same kind of thing as the original PC release, but only slightly different in the weirdest, tiniest possible ways that still keeps all the violence perfectly intact. So,
What?
why did they bother changing anything?
So
I don't know, they
originally
thought about
banned
it.
This game because it was glorifying
Is any of this
roadkill, but
ever,
with
like-
people instead of badgers, and that's cool, whatever. So this PS1
Do you think any of it
release
has anything to do
zombies
with corruption?
walking around instead of people, sure.
Like
I'm with you
lobbying?
so far.
I don't
But
know.
Despite that, we don't have the green zombie blood in this version. We have red people blood, which was one of the original issues that the UK forced the developers to change for the PC version in the first place.
Okay.
So in essence, this means the
So-
PS1 version is just as violent as the original,
Yeah.
but the pedestrian models are just coloured a bit different, which is even funnier considering that the graphics are so awful you can't even tell what these things are to begin with. Is it a zombie? A person?
It's a pixel.
dog standing up? A collection of assorted baguettes? With the constant gushing
I think it's
torrents of red
baguettes,
blood, I
especially
honestly
there
had
in
no
France.
idea these were supposed to be zombies until I watched this footage back and checked it again. So this change is
well.
absolutely redundant as far as I'm concerned, and
Well,
that
it's a
means
good
that
loophole.
this version of the game is practically identical to the very game they wanted banned in the first place.
Yep.
But then, what else do you
Makes
expect
sense, right?
from an initially banned version of a game that has 18 plus plastered all over it, but is also suitable for 15-year-olds? Even the intro cutscene.
The people that are just about to start driving.
Is even more confusing because the original uncensored opening didn't even have any blood in it, yet the gameplay here does. And what is this cutscene supposed to be anyway? This isn't violent
are
mayhem
those
and
cars?
destruction as much as it is a game of bumper cars. Then your man makes
Oh.
this grin like he's eating his own face, and then this Texan appears and makes this face, which should have been enough of a reason to keep the game banned forever. And even after all of
The
that,
sheep.
they don't even hit the sheep.
Oh,
Can't run over
wow.
people, can't run over sheep, whatever next? Soon we won't be allowed to run over anybody.
Not to mention, check out Die Hard
well-
Trilogy that came out the previous year. This wasn't banned. This wasn't banned.
That
and
wasn't
this
banned?
specific moment of running over an innocent bystander with,
With
blood all over the windshield was not banned. But this? Oh, no. This is too much. At the end of the day,
Why?
is the PS1 version of this game
Is it
worth
just
going
lack
out your
of
way to get a
consistency?
copy of? No,
Parkour.
I don't remember
Oh.
the last time I drove a car in a game that was this stiff. It barely feels like the wheels even turn. You're supposed to
have
be
you
racing all
tried
of these
Payday
different
2 on
tracks,
Xbox?
But if the one thing that you need to be able to race,
Shame we never got a
that
third
is,
one.
being able to drive the car doesn't work that good, then you haven't got much of a racing game, have you? The handbrake is terrible, the brakes in general are terrible, you've got no other choice of car at the start of the game with better steering. Oh, actually, scratch that. This isn't steering, it's a frontal lobotomy. A crash course in survival, eh? More like a
As long as you're
crash course
15.
in how to
That doesn't sound right.
make a bad game. Yeah! In fact, if these zombies were supposed to be people to begin with, why are they all gathering in their dozens in the middle of a toxic waste factory with steaming sewage and bombs everywhere? You didn't need to change this game, Britain. These people clearly deserve to die.
But oh no,
my God.
we are good little boys and girls from the land of bad teeth and a big clock, so we're not allowed to
Yeah,
run over
Big Ben.
anybody, even if it's fake. Well, you know what? That changes now.
Hi, Mario. Is Mario gonna be banned? Mario's not gonna be banned.
That'll teach you a lesson, UK government. And speaking of lessons, I didn't learn any.
What are you buying?
No, nothing, thank you.
What are you
Wait,
selling?
Resident
Get
Evil
these
4.
door-to-door salesman types a lot around here.
FIFA.
Excuse me, you need to leave. This is
Wait,
a
you trying to sell
neighborhood
FIFA?
watch area.
Oh, dude. FIFA. Dubious things. Oh.
Well, okay, if you've got things that upset the church. Okay, what have you got then?
He's gone?
Oh wow, The Punisher! A Marvel game that was banned?
Oh, really?
Now I'm interested.
Is that all, stranger?
So here's the
Dude, I
Punisher,
recently played through
a
Resident Evil
Marvel
4,
comic book
like, what, a
character
year or
video
so
game
ago?
that was banned in multiple countries.
2 years
With
ago?
Marvel being owned by Disney nowadays, that is a sentence I don't think we'll ever read again. Unless
Yeah.
Spider-Man turns out to be a public groper.
But even though this was indeed banned in multiple countries, the UK still somehow managed to slip it into their little colon. Because this here
Wha-
is a censored version,
What's censored about it?
which you still can't buy in a load of other countries.
Hello everyone,
Oh.
it's me, your favorite YouTube content creator, Steve.
Because
Yeah,
it
well,
was
it works.
only one part of the entire game that was censored.
Oh, is this like
to
Modern
avoid
Warfare
the
2
ban
with
hammer in
the
UK.
no
The
Russian
rest of
part?
it, as far as I could tell, is
Good times.
basically exactly the same.
Well-
Leading me to ask, why bother censoring any of it to begin with? And what was it that they changed? Well, sit down, shut up, wait, and you'll soon see. You
What? What are you gonna call me?
foot.
So the game starts
have
up
two
and
of
we
those.
have a cutscene.
Last bullet.
Oh, well, this isn't going to be a very long shooting
I got
game.
20
is it?
right
so
here.
Far, I've got to say, I'm starting to
7
understand why
here.
the game was banned in other territories. It was banned because they couldn't see any of it. Time to pick
It's
a
very
level,
dark.
then I guess. Oh,
Crack house.
that's pleasant.
Nice.
We're going to the crack house.
Again.
And just in case you didn't see it, the level
Not my first
description
time.
has you covered. Crack house. Crack house. One of New York's many crack houses. Sorry, are we going to a crack house? I don't know, but wherever we're going,
What neighborhood
Punisher's
is
heading
it in?
there with a spring in his step. Shooting
I wonder
baddies,
why.
Shooting baddies, shooting baddies. That's all that's really going on here. And hey, look, the game incentivizes you to not mindlessly kill innocents in order to get your own health back. So why was this
What?
banned? It all seems above board to me.
there's gonna be
And just
one
look at how
scene.
the Punisher moves. That's not a raving lunatic looking to shoot up a zoo. That's your neighbor having a comfortable jog in a trench coat. Now that
Wait
I
a
say
minute.
that out loud,
Yeah.
actually, yeah, that's almost scarier. Don't talk
is.
to that neighbor.
Hey, you're the Punisher. Thanks,
How do you
man.
recognize him?
For what?
For saving my life?
Right.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, the only thing here that made me feel even
So
vaguely
dark.
uncomfortable is a button that switches the game to an ear-sniffing camera. Yep, I'm sorry, I am totally
What,
failing to
zooms
see
in?
why any of this was deemed controversial. You're a guy taking out drug dealers who are shooting at you first. What's not to love? And just listen to the noises they make.
Quick kill, interrogate. I like how
Even if you
those two
think
options.
you can go over the top and pull the trigger on random civilians,
You can.
Don't kill innocents.
you
I'd find a
actually
way.
aren't allowed to.
I'd
Trust
find a
me,
way.
I
Trust-
tried.
Why
I
can't
can find
they
a way.
kill the innocent?
My favorite part.
I
of the
forgot how to
game,
break
though, are when
Crash
you find a
Bandicoot 2
proper
today,
hard
okay?
badass taunting you from behind a rifle, and then a few seconds later they immediately change their mind.
I don't do drugs, man. I
a
just
window?
live here. Okay, I do drugs.
Come on, this is funny. Punisher is funny. You can't ban something for being funny. Why do you
can.
think I haven't been banned yet? Even the most up close and personal violent moments, the interrogations, aren't that bad at all. And once again, the game tells you not to overdo them, otherwise
is
you
that just
lose points
there?
and don't get the mission information you need. So it's in your best interest to keep the game rated PG-13. To be fair though, this one was easily the nastiest. Forcing a man's face in between the legs of another man's corpse.
Nice.
Hey man, are you happy to see me? Or is that rigor mortis?
I don't know,
I think it
guys.
is.
Maybe this version of the game is more censored than I gave it credit for.
What's the
Perhaps
uncensored
we
version
should
like?
take a look at some footage from the original uncut PC
Oh,
version, and maybe
buddy.
we'll see what the big deal was.
Oh!
Okay, so these are the reason the game was in its naughty 40s. That at least makes a little more sense. But at the same time, come on, in an age
Propeller?
of Mortal
Oh.
Kombat, this stuff isn't too over the top. Maybe
It's just got
this.
long. A drill press?
Ooh, Timmy, your eye is gone. The Xbox version I've been playing for this video censored all of these moments by slapping a high contrast black and white filter on top and often changing the camera angles so you don't see what really happens. But like,
Oh.
just because you move the camera away from the woodcutter
Yeah.
doesn't mean I don't see the man going inside the woodcutter. It's still very violent.
You can
and some of these
use
changes
your
are outright
imagination.
dumb. Yes, a black and white filter doesn't change the fact that Harold's face got chewed off. Yes,
It's
I
fine.
can still see Barry's head getting kicked into the concrete
That's a
side of
curb
a
stomp,
water fountain
but-
with rivers of blood flying everywhere. And yes, I can still see that
Oh.
we are beating Richard's head against a toilet.
Why does that need
and
to be
no amount of
black and white?
will convince me that that isn't a toilet.
Why did they censor a John?
Furthermore, in the exact
John,
same version
wow.
of the game, this is okay,
Well, I mean,
This
they
is
call
okay.
it a Lou over there.
and this is okay. But apparently, hitting your head on a pooey seat is pushing the envelope too far. The game itself is good fun, though. It isn't stellar, good lord, but if you want a game that's just running around and shooting
I mean,
people with double trigger
this is the
action,
original
you can
Xbox.
sure do a lot worse. You play as the Punisher, also known as Frank
Decent
Castle,
graphics.
I went to Frank Castle once.
Went to White Castle.
The food was shit.
where you murder
Oh.
as many criminals as possible while the police go,
Oh no, stop it! You can't do that.
What's going on with the
and when
tie,
you're
bro?
done with all the killing, you can go and unwind with a bit of bowling. It's basically
Love to
Max
throw
Payne,
people at other people.
but with a way worse diving mechanic. But why was it banned?
Nobody's
or
taking
censored?
cover.
No clue. It's only a lump of pixels. Look at this. The Punisher doesn't even climb ladders angrily. That's the ladder climb of a gentleman.
But I don't know. My opinion means.
What was that a
death.
ref?
So what do you think, Spider-Man?
What was that audio?
Oh, Spider-Man.
Why is
You
Spider-Man
need to
just
be
watching?
banned. Oh,
What?
Jesus Christ! Okay, I wasn't ready for this right now. Okay, everybody, you are about to see the most explicit image in the entire video, so if you can't handle it, look away right now!
Oh, that's a nice collection you've got.
And the next game we'll be taking a look at is kind of
huh?
along the same lines as The Punisher, except way more
Because they had to
violent,
blur
way
the
more
toilet in the
explicit, way
video?
more
Okay, that was
controversial,
wild.
and has indeed been banned in multiple countries due to its gory and disturbing content. So, before we carry on, I just need to do something quick before we begin.
Hello?
What?
Hello, Jim.
Can I play Manhunt 2?
Yes, you can.
Manhunt
Mum.
2?
Yep, here it is. Manhunt 2. Now we're getting into the
Never
really
heard of it?
dodgy territory. The back of the box says it's an 18 for very strong, bloody, and sadistic violence, and it is not lying, because that is basically
Sounds like a
all
good
this
Saturday
is.
night to me.
All you
It's
need
Saturday
to do is
night.
go to Wikipedia, search for Manhunt 2, and click on that tempting little controversy tab, and you'll see how much trouble this game had even before it
Oh.
was rumored
Oh.
to be in development. Lawsuits, alleged links to murders, rejected ratings, 4 countries not accepting censored versions of the game at all, which
Not
are
even
still banned to
censored?
this day, and none other than Hillary Clinton writing a personal letter to the ESRB requesting the American rating be changed from mature to adult only. Gaming in the Clinton years.
Oh no.
indeed.
Oh god. That's a reference. Oh no. Now it's Hillary
Manhunt
instead of
2.
Bill.
The pervs redirects here. For other uses, see perv.
So once again, just like the Punisher, what I'm holding here is the censored version of the 2007 original game. The original of which was then later released by Rockstar in 2009 on Halloween for
Why was it
PCs.
able to be released
And
on
the UK
PC?
and Ireland weren't allowed to sell it.
Ah.
But I found a copy.
Hmm?
And I played it.
Oh.
FBI, open up! Nah, I'm good.
I don't even think that would work.
Ah, fuck! Put your hands in the air! Yes, they are. No! Sorry, what? I'm very turned on right now! I'm gonna go out and try
What?
this again.
Dude.
Wait, the FBI aren't even in the script.
Say another word and I'll shoot!
Oh, what is this? A manhunt?
Do
Do you have a band copy
British
of Manhunt
cops
Yes,
or
I do.
SWAT actually have like guns?
Ah, come here, you.
This is the way the farmers write gallop, gallop.
Like,
To
do they
start
actually
with,
have,
The game gives you a tutorial
like,
section all about
was that
using your
M4
mouse to
and
perform
M16?
executions. And if these sounds are only a taste of what's about to happen,
I imagine they have guns. I know Japanese cops don't carry guns, I believe.
I desperately want to see the rest. For those of you too much of a whiny little bitch to find out yourself, Manhunt 2 is a stealth horror game with light combat elements, the funniest body carrying animation I've ever seen, and
Stealth horror, my
I mean
two
a
least
lot
favorite
of
things to
killing.
do in a video
My God,
game.
there's so much killing.
Or genres.
And in toilets again seems to be a running theme, but I'm clearly not very good at the killing because this guy just hung himself. Yet his lifeless body still managed to knock me out. You can kill people with basically anything. Syringes, pocket knives, sledgehammers, broken bottles, crowbars,
normal stuff.
shards of glass, baseball bats, fire
Yeah.
axes, and
Why is there so much blood though?
someone's head. But I don't think this
Nice.
is why the game was banned all over the world. I reckon it's because we get to see the inside of your own body. Oh, hello
No
there.
eyes.
You're
going
having
on?
a nice brown time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you to it. Well,
Yeah,
I may
as
be
you should.
dead, but at least no one's been sick all over me.
Oh, wow.
To call Manhunt 2 nothing but sadistic violence, though, is quite unfair.
His face just
Because
got
it's
opened
also
up.
horny. One of the first areas
Yo.
you explore is an S&M dungeon run by a man with a tuba for a head. And it even has a secret basement, a lot like the movie Hostel, with people torturing other people for sport. But if they
Why?
like doing that so much, I guess they won't mind if I do it back to them.
They will. They will mind very much so.
I'm torturing!
I mean, don't get me wrong, some of these executions are brutal. I was uncomfortable a few times.
Oh, right to the
and
hand.
the fact that you are actively rewarded more style points for charging your stealth attacks for even more savage
Charge a
kills
stealth attack
is
is crazy.
probably what rubbed people the wrong way back then. But come on, what's the point in killing anyone if you can't do it in style?
Well, Devil May Cry.
And just like the Punisher, the PS2 version I have here is censored. But unlike the Punisher, it's censored in a much more aggressive way. Many
Like
executions
what?
and ways to kill are outright removed, and whenever you do activate an execution of any type, you get layers on top of layers of the ugliest filters and effects I've ever
Just to-
seen.
yeah, I
Glitches,
guess it's easier
jitters,
than
color
rewriting
bleeding,
the game
blurring,
code.
Caked onto the screen. It'll give you a headache. And to be honest, because you can't see what the hell is even going on, your imagination ends up doing most of the work, which makes these executions appear even more sadistic than the uncut version. I mean, if you walk up behind someone with a syringe to stab them with the syringe, how does censoring it change the fact I'm still stabbing someone with a syringe?
This is all your fault, you
Seriously.
And you know what else I don't
What is
know?
the idea behind this? Why?
Australia are so strict with video games in particular? Seriously, out of
Yeah,
every
Australia has
country that I
weird-
looked into
weird
for
laws.
lists of banned games or whatever, I was shocked to see how heavily regulated Australia were in particular for banning video games. I mean, if I did a video about the stuff that they've banned alone, I'd be here all day.
They banned an
No.
NFL Blitz game because of
What?
drugs. They banned
What?
Mark Echo's Getting Up for promoting graffiti. They
Graffiti.
banned 50 Cent Bulletproof because
They made a 50
don't
Cent
like
game?
50 Cent.
I don't want to rule out Australia entirely, though, so let's take a look at a few games that they've banned. I mean, after all, we do share a queen.
Well, used to.
She's mine.
And this
Oh.
is something that
They don't-
really surprised
Is there
me.
actually a
The UK weren't okay with
possessive
the original Carmageddon. We weren't okay with
debate?
the original Punisher. We're still not okay with the original Manhunt 2. But Postal 2, shove that shit on the
Postal
shelf.
2?
After all, it only has violence and drugs in it. It's not like we get our
Oh,
wangs
nice.
out. But what is Postal 2, I hear?
Ever
you
had one of
ask?
those
Well,
days?
Have you ever woken up one day and thought, oh, I want to steal the neighbor's cat, shove its asshole on the end of a gun, and shoot cowboys in the head through the cat's asshole before heading off to do the laundry? That is Postal 2. Postal 2. Ever had one of those days?
Yes, every day.
I
So
have
how old do you need to be to play this game?
18!
apparently never old enough.
18! For God's sake, don't play this if you aren't 18!
Well, I'm 27.
Same.
I am a bit worried about showing this game off on this video though, because the gameplay description alone is enough to make me nervous. 5
Yeah.
days in a week.
Okay.
Multiple errands per day.
Whoa, shit!
Features, Epic's Unreal Warfare.
They're really selling the
engine,
game.
Liquid dynamics, sophisticated AI, absurd over-the-top violent content, and the most exciting gameplay addition of all, Gary Coleman. The game begins, and the very first thing we see is a strange man having a little dance with a cat, followed
And then
by
you
a fart.
yoink the cat? Do you yoink
And if
the
that
cat?
doesn't set the tone, I
No?
don't know what will.
I made a list of errands for you on the fridge.
Jesus, woman.
This is our lovable and relatable main character, everybody. He's very nice. And he also
it
has a
seems
dog
like-
that has a
okay.
bit of a problem. Luckily, though, I know just
Aw,
how to fix
good
it.
boy.
Ugh,
No!
wee! Our game
Okay,
can't
that's
have
not-
wee in it.
that's
Ban
not
it
where you
right
should do that.
now. Dogs
Bill
don't
Clinton.
wee in real life. And just like the back of the box
Monday.
said, we have a day of the week and we
What
have
errands?
an errand. So it's time for us to go and collect our monthly paycheck from our job.
Monthly
So far,
paycheck?
this
Well,
is
actually,
pretty
that's how
mundane
YouTube is.
stuff. We're just going to the office right now. And on the way, we play a little bit of bastard fish and then follow mushroom-shaped police officers into Chinese restaurants called Cock Asian where they sell the crappy cheeseburger. I'm really
Oh,
failing to see the
well,
controversy
I'd
so
try
far.
it.
Hey, you! Why are you going into that condemned building?
Get the hell out of here, you lunatic!
Wait, but then you ran out of there. Okay. Left the door open.
When we get to the office, we then come across some protesters telling us how disgusting video games are. And I've got to say,
What?
they do bring up some good points.
Like
such
what?
as bottom. And this is where you figure out that you actually have a job at the game developers that make the Postal games themselves, running with scissors.
Breaking the fourth wall? Running
We
with
pick up our
scissors?
check,
That's a
and then there's
great
cutscene
name.
Where the protesters
Don't
decide
do
they've
it,
had enough
but
of
great
going,
name.
So they suddenly grab a load of assault rifles and storm the building. But I'm not here to kill these innocent people with a right to protest. I'm here to shoot people who insult me.
How about some of this? What?
Okay, right.
What?
I gave all of you a chance. I tried to let you leave peacefully, but you've left me no choice but to shoot my way out.
Well, and I think it's only the beginning. It's gonna get worse from there. Oh, okay.
Why do you look like you're sitting on a horse? Hey there, lady. Where the hell are you going, walking like a monkey? Help me! It's gunfire! Better run into the building where the gunfire came from! Oh,
No,
hello
don't do
there,
that.
PC
That's terrible.
God. Nothing to see
Thinking.
here. I was just protesting, and then I thought I'd fuck you! Phew,
With a
this
sign?
thing is already getting a little too much
That's a
for
deal.
me. I mean, this lady was so overwhelmed by everything, she fainted and died on the spot. Oh, Christ, now the butcher's after me. What did I ever do to you? Oh, man,
Why?
this is not good.
Well, to be
Absolutely
fair, this is
everyone and their
America.
mother is out to get me now,
Well,
so
maybe.
it's time for me to run away, hide in a tunnel, and set these homeless people on fire.
Ow. I don't know if when I'm on fire if I
That
would
was a
say
flop.
owl.
Yeah, I really should have seen that coming, shouldn't I? Gotta say, though, I had no idea that my coat was part of my own skin. Why does it look like burned flesh?
Freak.
What?
Here we are again,
What?
back to life like nothing happened. A fresh slate, a new start, and I'm here to help this community flourish with me and my dog.
Wait, why are they?
Are you shooting my dog?
Okay, it's on site. It's on site. Is the dog attacking at least? Nice.
Good job, boy!
Yeah.
But now the rest of the police
Deserved.
are gunning for me after my dog killed another dog.
In
That
self-defense.
isn't right. What else am I supposed to do here? I mean, I haven't tried every key on the keyboard yet, so what happens if I press...
Did I?
Wait,
Did I
what?
just unzip my flies?
Why? Why? Where is this going?
That's the ticket.
Ow!
Zip up your pants.
Oh, can it, lady? You can't tell me what to do. Here, take that. Yeah, rub it right in. It's good for your skin.
No. What?
How much urine does this guy have?
He's
It's just
hydrated.
a never-ending torrent of piss. It won't stop. And the pressure behind it. Look at my aim. There's no splashes off to the side or anything. And why does it look like Sunny D?
Sunny Delight? Oh, butterfly
I
knife.
love this game. Oh,
I have one of
hello.
those.
Nice to meet you,
Right there.
Mrs. Gangly. You know what you could do with? A drink.
That's the ticket.
Yeah,
would you
running
look
away
at
is
that?
valid.
Even though I've been doing my civic duty to provide free lemonade to the public during a hot day, I got arrested. I could always try and fight my way out with
Deserved.
some matches and tripping the fire alarm, but nah, I'm too embarrassed. There's only one right way out for me. Okay, well, I'm not happy with the way any of that turned out, so I'm going to try all of this again.
Did he
And
eat
you
a
know what the funny
grenade?
thing about
They not
Postal
take
2
that
is?
from him?
If you want to, you don't ever have to draw your weapon or fire it. Like the box
You can
says,
just
you have
do
a
your
list of
errands per
to
day?
run, you have a shitty little life in a shitty little house with shitty little curtains, and you are left to deal with the issues however you want to.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay,
you
well.
could massacre the entire town, set them on fire, and then piss all over them to put them out. But you can
That's
equally
polite.
just find all of the neighborhood dogs and feed them treats, eat all of the dog treats yourself,
Priorities. So,
or stand patiently in a corner shop
You
queue
kinda
and
do whatever you
legally
want.
buy your goat's milk for the wife.
okay. Oh. Oh. What are you flexing?
Ban it. Hang on, what's this? Employees only.
Infidels?
Infidels keep out. Well, why? What's in here
What?
that I shouldn't see?
What is the sound? What is the sound? Why are they making that noise?
Look, I get that this is horrible and offensive.
What?
I know that.
What is offensive
But
about
it's
this?
so damn stupid. How could you not love this, Australia?
Time to cash my check
Oh,
into the
oh.
bank, I guess. And after a few delays, I managed to get the money into my account with no sweat. But,
No sweat? I don't know about that. Oh, the cops have
now
arrived.
The police have the bank surrounded, and I don't know why. Right, time to go into panic mode, and the only way out I can think of is to head to the power generators at the back of the bank, cover
And-
them in oil, set them on fire, and wait for the whole building to blow up. Oh, look
Why
at
would
this,
they blow
a
up?
river. What happens if I wee in it?
I didn't like that.
Now
Why
it's
does that happen?
Tuesday, and
How
I
does he
have a
know
petition
that would
nobody
happen?
is willing to sign.
Would you please sign my
What are
petition?
you doing in here?
Well, maybe you shouldn't ask.
Well, fine. If none of you want to sign this form, I'll set the marching band on fire. That'll teach
Okay,
you.
well,
Oh, hey there, young man. Wanna
Nobody
sign
never
my
heard of
petition?
stop, drop, and roll.
Is he getting faster?
So in conclusion, why were we okay with this in 2002, but absolutely nothing else I've talked about in this video so
Yeah, how's
far?
Carmageddon too far?
No idea. Maybe during that year the UK celebrated
Or
No Pussy June, I don't know.
And you know
Or
what
maybe
else
they,
Australia initially banned outright, but we managed to get
because the
that
option
totally
to not
uncensored
do
on
violence.
GameCube and Xbox. BMX XXX, which, if you search for footage on YouTube
Oh.
for, means you'll end up typing BMX XXX Xbox. And this is why
That's a lot.
spacebars are very important. Otherwise,
Yep.
you'll end up going for a drink at the Threelms. And this game is particularly special because it's the first one we've seen so far with a special parental advisory sticker on the case.
What does that mean?
Specifically because of its inclusion of extremely vulgar dialogue, actual footage of real-life nudity, and totally topless bikers that you can play as. BMX XXX.
I really
takes the
hope-
sport
maybe
back to
he'll
where
probably
it all
censor it,
began.
right?
On
Hopefully.
the street, in the street.
He
and
wouldn't have
all
this
over the
video up
street.
if it wasn't.
Yeah, there's so much street in this game, you can't handle the street. We're in the street, on the street, under the street, over the street, inside the street.
Oh.
We are so inside the street, we're fornicating with it. We are so deep inside the street, we were conceived and birthed from it.
It's harder, it's faster,
Okay.
and it's got XXX rated gameplay written all over it, with hookers,
Oh.
pimps, wackos, and dogs on
Wackos?
heat. If you want hardcore,
Wackos?
look no further.
Yeah, do you want dogs on heat?
Nope.
Then play the booby biker game.
Okay.
Creator Rider. BMX's state-of-the-art Creator Rider empowers you to build virtually any type of male and
HDTV
female from head to toe.
480p.
Yeah, exactly. That's the key
That's
word we're looking
HGTV?
at here. Empowers. This is such an empowering video game. I mean, take a look at this bonus FMV clip of a random broad in a strip club, and you tell me that's not empowering.
Speaking of, it's time for us to create our rider.
'Kay.
And our default
Why are you built like that, bro?
Our default character
Bro's built like a Halloween
is a man
costume.
with a thumb for a head. I know you can't really improve on perfection, but I've got to at least try. I've got to go the full hog here, so here we go.
Oh no.
Overweight man with a six-pack and
270
lingerie.
But that's not what you're here
You know
to
how hard
see.
it is to have a six-pack?
No.
It's not worth it.
You're here to see 2002 original Xbox breeds, aren't you? Okay, fair enough. So let's go back to create a rider, find a female rider, and see what we can do.
There's no topless option? What? But I wanted to see a pair of 12 polygon breeds! One of the main controversial selling points of this game nearly 20 years ago was that it had bare honkers in it, and you can't even let me have that right out of the gate?
Well,
you have to unlock
I didn't
it?
want to do this exactly,
Which
but
is probably
if
what
you're not
everybody
gonna let
did.
me do that,
First
then you
thing.
give me absolutely no choice but to pick the stupidest option from every single category of the creation menu.
Everyone, meet Windy, the queen of messing herself and sitting in it.
Now, it's time to ride the bike.
What?
He's going. Come on, Windy, do a manual.
Yeah?
Oh, wait,
Is it at least
no,
a
I can't
decent
leave the
game?
level. Turn around, Windy, turn around.
Okay.
You know what? I don't even care that we didn't get to see 2002 video game Breach. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
You ever seen a half-naked skinny woman fall off of a BMX and immediately turn into a bridge? Well, now you have. Stairs? Pfft, who needs stairs?
Crab walking.
We've got facial hair and a nappy. Stairs don't apply to us. Okay, Windy, time for a backflip.
Oh.
Oh no, Windy, you're beautiful.
Is it even possible
legs.
to do a
Okay,
backflip
so to
on
be
a bike,
fair,
like,
Australia did
from the
eventually
same
get this
level?
game with all of the sex references and vulgar content removed, but that wasn't until way later when all of the controversial hype already died down.
This is
So,
big Lost
at the
War
end of the
against
day,
bird
what
energy.
you're left with at the core is a BMXing game.
It
And
is-
that's a shame because the game is shit.
As
Oh,
it turns
okay,
out,
it is
BMX
bad.
XXX Xbox was originally supposed to be the third game in the Dave Mirra freestyle BMX franchise before Dave Mirra himself caught on how tasteless and terrible the final game was going to be and threatened to sue Acclaim unless all mention of him or implications he endorsed it were removed. And that explains everything for why I hate playing this.
So they
because
were
I don't
still
like
gonna
the
have
Dave
it
Mirra
like
games.
that?
They're just a slower, stiffer, and more restrictive Tony Hawk to me. And that's when they work properly. But that's the thing with BMX XXX. It's based on a game I already don't like, and it doesn't work properly. Grinds cancel
Is
out
it
for
better or
absolutely no
worse than the
reason
first
at
and
all.
second
Grinds
ones?
randomly don't activate for no reason at all. The camera is too close to you, meaning you get stuck in between the ramps for no reason at all. You fall off your bike randomly for no reason at all. The camera is too close to you, meaning you get. It's absolutely
that
unplayable.
destination?
And I know this is my fault,
That
but I'm starting to
objective?
get sick of looking at this overgrown, skinny clown baby. So surely there has to be a way for us to see what else is hiding on this disc. Aha!
a
The cheat
cheat.
menu.
And what are the
Perfect.
codes?
Unlock absolutely everything, and just for the hell of it, extra bouncy crash mode. Time to go back to create a rider, and let's see if this time we can get.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
sorry
there
about
we
the
go.
Pixelation. I don't want YouTube to take this video down entirely, but trust
That's-
me, you can see them.
Oh, okay.
They have a
I'll take your word
huge
for it.
vein, and with this new
What?
power at my disposal, here is my newest creation. Everyone, meet Rough Windy. If she was road legal, she'd be all-wheel drive. And don't worry, everyone, just in case you really wanted to, you can adjust the size of her chest.
Oh.
Except it doesn't change the size of her chest at all. It just inflates the bones above them instead, because I'm sure somebody finds that hot.
So what happens
Pizza
when you
slice.
let loose a hefty topless woman with a pair of white underpants and a traffic cone on her head onto a BMX and activate super bouncy crash mode?
Chaos. Chaos ensues. Oh, okay. Also, the fact that he's able to censor this is impressive. That had to be a nightmare when it came to editing. An absolute nightmare.
Oops, I guess Rough Windy was too heavy and she fell through the floor. The game broke,
Broke the
what a
game.
shame.
Okay then, so now I want to take a look
Clipped
at some
out.
banned or controversial games that were just never released in the UK whatsoever, for whatever reason. They never made it to the shelves. You know, like Thrill Kill on the PS1.
Most of these games I've never heard of before.
Sorry, I don't need your mouth. I've actually got a physical version.
Who is that? What character is that supposed to be?
What a bellend.
So a few years ago, I made a video about Thrill Kill, a PS1 game that was never actually released at all from how controversial it was back in 1998. But since that
Okay.
video, I managed to grab myself a custom-made physical copy on eBay with a manual, soundtrack, and everything.
Who made a manual
Even
for
better,
this?
It actually works on my hacked PS2, and it's just as I remember it. Right down to the flames that cut off from the bottom of the screen to make it look like they're really there. Belladonna with
well.
the stringy poo coming out of her head, Mammoth, who reminds me of a fig, Dr. Faustus, who might as well well be called Dr. Fawcett because he looks like a tap, and
Yep.
Cletus, who has an ultimate
Cletus
costume where he
McFarlane?
takes some of the blood from around his face and uses it to stick a wig on. And then, of course, there's the game itself in all of its glory, complete with the AI that all do nothing but gang up on you and tear your head off like you're a grandma on Black Friday. And
Black Friday
everything
used to
else
be
about
great.
the game being nowhere near as deserving to be banned as it was when I first laid eyes on it.
Yeah, I don't see why this game would
There
be
were plenty
banned.
of games just as violent, if not more violent.
Yeah, I'm
than
not
this on
seeing
the PS1
anything.
that came out way before Thrill Kill.
Like
And
that
even
one.
if this was the most gruesome and offensive game of all time, it's still just as good as this lady's costume of a traffic light.
Hang on, I think I know why this game was really banned. You don't need to hide
What?
it from me. It's because it had a cross-eyed costume, isn't it?
It's
a
not.
totally aimless button-mashing 4-player fighter with no strategy, nothing to learn, a terrible auto-lock-on, no individual health bars to strategize who you should knock out, matches that go on forever in a million rooms shaped like a box, repetitive animations, and the only
Oh, that's
really
the
suggestive
same thing
content
over and over
being a
again.
big burly man in tight-fitting leather with a chain whip and a lady doing a moan. Not to mention, I don't think I
Okay,
can
well.
ever unsee the image of a small man on stilts with a thong dressing up like a member of the village people. Don't get me wrong, I'm more than happy
Why
to
is he
have
on
this on my
stilts?
shelf as a cool little custom piece of gaming history that was never meant to be sold. But I just don't think the game is very good. So how about we take a look at another game that
Valid.
was deemed so controversial it never even made it to the UK. Like the Guy game.
Oh! Scott the Waz has mentioned
This
that.
is-
I believe, right?
This is no. Why, hello there, ladies. You look clean. Hang on, this is the Guy game.
Why is there a guy? Oh, why are there
Where's
women?
the men? The Guy
Oh,
game
wow.
is a game all about answering trivia questions. Yeah,
Really?
You didn't see that coming, did you? Look, just because guys may be slobbering lust monsters doesn't mean we aren't smart, and the Guy game is here to truly test your knowledge in all the right ways. With boob! The Guy game is what happens when a load of morons go to spring break with a few cameras, a few microphones, and then coax a load of bimbos that stink of regret into playing a game where if they get an answer to a trivia question wrong, they suffer the indignity of exposing themselves to a man-sized ferret. But don't worry, if you get a question wrong, you don't need
Why?
to expose anything. Well, you could have told me earlier.
Oh,
the
well.
Guy game is aimed squarely at testosterone-laden
IGN.
college students, spring breakers, and, well, any red
Where'd they go, Miami?
Guy. Yeah, boys, this is a man's game for grown-up manly many men manly men. Couldn't you tell from this manly face on the front cover? Doesn't that get you in the mood to see some girls? You bring the
God,
party and
what
we'll
even
supply
is
the
the
game. You'll score
number
every
one
time.
spring
Oh,
break
yeah.
place?
I feel like I'm really scoring right now. Alone, in the dark, in my pants, playing PlayStation 2. How's your game? Well, I'm playing a video game instead of seeing real women, so my game is just dandy. I don't know about you lot,
Yeah.
but I can't wait to see the assets of Press, VP, Tress, and A-hole. So let's boot the game up. After everything we've seen so
Okay.
far,
What are the
even
questions
word
going to be?
loading is
Is it gonna be
nasty.
fun
Oh, yeah.
questions at least? Like,
I'm having a
can I play along?
load. Here's the intro FMV cutscene, letting us know what the hell we're getting ourselves into. Oh, God.
Wait, is that
please,
Tosh?
Please don't
That's
tell
To-
me that this game has commentary.
Is that
From
Tosh.0?
this hog. Well, I think it would be downright rude to start the game without meeting the babes first, so let's check out some of the people we'll be looking at today. Ramona, what do you look for in a man? His jugular vein. Okay,
Ayo.
Zoe. Ultimate dream, to be able to jog
butter
without
nipple.
pain. Now,
I've
now
actually
that's
had
a
one of
woman
those
we can
before.
all
That's a
aspire to
drink.
be. Simone, I lost my virginity, but I still have the box it came in. Awesome, can you ship it over to
Who
me?
says
Oh,
that?
Wow. I didn't know that Ronald Reagan was a double
The actor?
D cup. Unfortunately, though, this is
Myrtle
probably
Beach,
the
I was
best of
just
the
there a
talent we're
week
gonna be
ago.
seeing,
Not
because
even.
The rest of the women here.
I'm attracted to short guys because they like me.
What do you look for in a man?
Tall.
Aren't very bright.
Maybe I'm being too harsh, so let's go to the behind-the-scenes photos and see if there's any more intelligent people lurking in there.
Hot! Oh, I can smell the testosterone. My name is
Stick?
Sticky.
Yeah,
And to
that's
start
valid.
With, we only have one
Do you have to
episode,
compete
but that's
against
not
them?
a big deal. Oh,
Wait,
okay,
is
we
it
also
just
need a
watching
profile
the
name.
girls play a trivia game?
Big Daddy was the default, so
Nice.
I'm gonna change it only a tiny bit.
big cat. Yeah, okay.
Perfect. The rules of this trivia game are very simple. Don't bother getting any questions right because it doesn't matter. Instead, if you want to get anywhere in this game and unlock further episodes, that's entirely down to how well you can randomly guess if the brazen hussy you're talking to will be able to get the same question right or wrong.
Why would you know? Why would you be able to know capital Wisconsin?
What wrong answer they will give in the special round of titwits. If you guess wrong too many times, this woman appears and berates you.
What's wrong with you? Don't you want to see titties?
Yes!
But the more times you guess correctly, the more you add to the patented flashometer, and the more norks you get to see. Level 1 is soft and squishy, where everything gets censored with a guy game logo, meaning some poor soul had to keyframe animate this logo on top of every single woman.
Luckily, I don't mind boobs, but the guy game logo?
Oh, I draw the line there.
Level 2 is sorta chubby, which if I ever hear a dong described as that again, I'll cut it off. And that's when the women end up going from logo censoring to pixelation.
Oh.
Squares.
Wow, so the game is just
super stiff, where the censoring is totally gone and the true light of God bursts from. Oh, and by the way, every time you move the flashometer along, it comes. And if all of this gets a little bit too much, you know,
so dumb, I love it.
The unbridled sexiness going on, it's okay because you can quit the game whenever you want with the hottie bagger. This game
what does that even mean?
A quiz game is nothing without a good host, though, and the guy game doesn't disappoint with Matt Sadler.
I'm trying to be an RN.
Training to be an RN, a nurse. Yeah, and how about you?
Same thing.
I'm picturing the two of you in nurses' outfits as we speak, so it's great. Awesome.
He's delightful. Although our side commentators, Steve
Graves.
and Dick.
No, that's not Tosh.0. He looks like him.
Ask her for food, she brings it
She's
to
20 at spring break.
Okay, I'll do my best not to give you a hard one. But I gotta tell you, I got a hard one.
Stephanie is now causing problems with my shorts.
If anything, I think there's only one missing piece
average
that
human
would
body?
complete this puzzle and make the game perfect. PS2 buzz controllers.
What? Those are things?
Which is the birthplace of the King of Pants?
Oh, and by the way,
King
when
of
I started
Pants?
this match, I made sure that balls were turned on.
What does that mean?
When can we see the match? At this point, I don't even know if the
I don't think
is
that
how
would happen.
uncensored you're able to make the game, or how much blood you're able to add to Matt Sadler's face. Because the further you get, he just gets
more
redder
red-
and
sunburn.
redder. He's like a ripening little strawberry. He looks like he's about to burst.
Are those the
Has he
cops
not seen
right there?
A woman before?
Big penises, all of us.
You want to know the sleaziest part of all of this, though? This red-faced pomegranate getting all worked up and sweaty, gawking over all of these 18-year-old college women is 32. And just so I'm clear, the age gap isn't the problem. I just find it really funny to think that this guy has had such bad luck with women for over a decade of his adult life that the only way he's able to see jugs is by setting up a PS2 trivia game with questions about Miles Davis, Monopoly, particle science, and Star Trek. He knows these ladies
Are the
all
questions
wrong. He knows that means
intentionally
he'll see them
difficult
all, and
for
he
that reason?
loves it. Or maybe he doesn't, because at the end of it, he only ends up as semi-flaccid.
I'm on a mission in this round.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna see him.
Hey,
Also, if he's
he's
really like 5'7", she's that much shorter than him.
Schindler's List. Oh look, it's a game about throwing balls into a load of targets.
Skee ball?
For 4 minutes straight.
Okay, why?
You know, what every hot-blooded American guy loves to do in the middle of their happy time. If I ever match with somebody on Tinder, I want to see if they can score more than 402,000 on balls shots. I want to know they're worthy enough for my body.
Elephant eggs are really big.
Elephant eggs?
Okay, so these women may be thick, but at the very least, they were all here of their own consent and were all of perfectly legal age.
Are they?
19, 20,
Did they actually verify their ages,
20,
or did they just
19,
believe them?
17.
Yeah.
What was that last one?
As it turns out, this game was not only never released anywhere else in the world other than the States for its content, but it was eventually taken off the shelves entirely because one girl in one of the very final episodes of the game was allegedly under legal age when she decided to throw herself on camera.
I am holding a disc that contains illegal boob in it.
Can he be punished for that?
It's got to be destroyed. I can't let anybody get their hands on this
Or-
ever again.
What? How does
More
that work?
importantly, it doesn't match with my PS2
Or maybe it
shelf.
wasn't on the game itself, was it? Well, it said on one of the last episodes. I wonder how the laws work with that.
So that game
Big
has
bad,
really
though.
winded me and I'm starting to run on fumes. So let's end this video off by taking a look at what I think is the best, which I have saved for last. Sex Vixens from Space. A game that the UK government hated so much that when
Trying to make a
we
joke to
heard
go for that,
about
but
shipment
I can't
coming
improve
over
that.
In 1989, British Customs actually grabbed a hold of every copy that they could and physically destroyed them, never allowing them to be sold by any UK retailer ever again. Yes, I'm not joking. Look it up.
Cool. I want it now. Okay, well.
I got this from Canada.
Yes, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think I'm the only
little war
person in
criminals.
this country that owns an actual physical copy of Sex Vixens from Space. And guess what the game came on? Floppies. But I don't happen to own a working Amiga, so it's time to jump onto an emulator. Right.
So did he actually need to get a copy of it for it to
there's
work?
the copyright protection instructions. So all I've got to do
Okay.
is type in the...
What?
Oh. Yeah, it turns out that every time you boot this ROM up, the message that tells you what word to type in from the manual that comes with the game in order to prove that you own the game stays on the screen for less than 2 seconds. So
And you're supposed to
shit,
type
what am I
it in
supposed
that
to do
fast.
now? Hello?
Object not found.
Oh, okay.
Where's the naked?
Object not found.
So eventually I ended up just typing in every single word from the instruction manual into this thing, just praying to God that it would eventually boot up. And
Did
lo
it?
and behold,
Which one
I
was it?
got
Was it like the
working.
last one? That's horrifying to look at.
Whoa! The stuff. Ori, you are Captain Brad Stallion, owner and operator of the one-man space vehicle known throughout the galaxy as Big Thruster. For years, there have been rumors about this tribe, a colony of beautiful, sex-starved women hidden somewhere in space. According to many legends, they suddenly appear,
Why is it just
raid the
text?
male-dominated rural planetary systems with their sex ray gun, leaving them...
No! Stop there! The story is perfect.
Wait,
I don't need to
that's
read
all I
anymore.
need.
Here we
I'm
go,
sold.
the game has
That's
begun.
it.
You are in
You
deep
have
space
my
aboard Big
attention
Thruster.
and something else.
I wonder why they call it that. And then you're thrown into a point-and-click interface where you can click on objects, look into your inventory, move north, east, south, and west, and type exact and specific commands onto the screen to interact with some other objects that you think you should just be able to click on, but the game doesn't like to explain that one, so good luck and have a nice thrust. What you've got to do next is absolutely beyond my comprehension, though. The game just leaves you to figure out everything on your own.
Oh,
and with
like
no
a lot of
music,
games. Okay.
No sound effects, no hints, and no nothing. You need to know what direction to walk, what to type and where, what to click on,
I guess you
and
need
what
to find a
use from your
guide.
inventory on what item. That sometimes means you've got to type how you want to use the thing instead of just clicking it.
Why is this so complicated?
Maybe that's why they
just wanna
confiscated
see
it.
some big moo milkers.
I didn't spend too
Maybe
much
that's why
time
they
on this one.
confiscated it, because it's too
The
difficult
best I
to
was
play.
able to do was make the spaceship move, and I couldn't even land it. But I don't want to miss out on Amiga computer bonking.
Oh, Crash
so let's look
Bazooka.
up a walkthrough. How do we play this game? Space N, push button, D, blast off, USSS, open SEU, get car.
No thanks, I'm looking it up online.
Okay,
What was
well.
so bad about this game that the UK Customs team
Let's see,
just
how
had
bad
to
can it be?
destroy all of them?
What is that face?
Is that it? It's the policeman!
Yes.
They've come to destroy my Sex Vixens from Space game!
Oh no. Oh, well. They showed up on the thruster,
Well, what
or
else
big
should I have
thruster.
expected? We're still pretty sensitive even today, aren't we? I mean, we live in a world now where people got genuinely angry and upset that the upcoming Cuphead DLC had a female character in it.
I don't know anything about Cuphead.
Why? Why does anyone care? She's a cup!
Also, the system of Downstream is dope.
Matter? Nobody wants to fuck a cup!
Please subscribe.
Are you sure about that?
Forget to hit that bell.
I'm sure
Follow
there's
me on
someone.
Instagram and Twitter, or I'll piss on your cat.
Special thank you to my executive producers.
Dude,
on the
he
Patreon
showed
page
up
in
in
the
my
description below.
Twitter
Lucifer
feed. He
13,
responded to
Seven, Stanley
Lythero
Stubbs, Anders Amdel, Basil,
about like
Brown,
computer
Captain
issues,
Dean
and he
Lasante,
was like,
Marshall,
"We are
Dredge,
twins" or
Bungo,
something like that. And
Energy
Lythero was
Five,
like,
Eric
"Wait, I
Rankin,
know you.
Exopath,
You're that
Aston
guy."
Dooney, Heartfire,
I was like,
Inflamer,
"Oh, God."
Iron Ninja, Mitchell Reed, Ramen Wolf 1485, Raven Tora, Red Eye Cricket,
Shout out to my
Skullman,
patrons. I couldn't do this
Slowpoke,
without
Type
them.
40,
It's
The Game Shed, The Real
really,
Kid
really,
Nathaniels,
really,
Try
really,
Tressler,
really,
Tudor
really
Apples,
bad.
Whirlwind Abyss, Flick Joseph, Dan and Alex, MR
Like I
Rush,
said,
Bilal
all
Choudhury,
of these
Savior of
sticky
Light,
notes
Chris Rainbow,
are
Dylan Crawler, Harper Onions,
data
Rose McNamara, and
comparing
Terry.
the channel over the years that I just spent 2 hours doing. Oh, that got his attention. Stan approves. Stan really approves. Alright, let me know what the next Caddicarus video should be down below in the comment section. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope to see you there. Also, shout out to the people watching this video on Saturday, I'll be live streaming Crash Banooka at 5 p.m. or Crash Banooka 2. We are actually, I think I've finished the first level of the second set, like the 6th stage or something like that. But if you ever miss it, it's uploaded on the gaming channel, .goes gaming. That's usually on Tuesdays. But shout out to the patrons. They get all the videos there early. I really could not do this if it was not for them. Yeah, I expect me to make a video at some point doing like the most in-depth stuff ever, comparing you know, analytics of the statistics of the channel year over year, going back to 2022 all the way up to this year, and year to date stuff, and then date and year in total, and all that fun stuff, including, you know, YouTube analytics that you would have no idea about. That I might be doing a video just to emphasize just how bad things are right now, and people are commenting why I have the short intro now. I don't know. The YouTube algorithm seems to hate me. And that's why I'm doing all this, because I don't know how much longer I can do YouTube if things continue to go the way that they are going with the new algorithm changes. So that's why the intro changed, because I felt like people were skipping the intros, and that looked bad on the YouTube algorithm, so they stopped pushing my videos. If people were jumping in my videos and immediately jumping to the timestamp that I provided, then, you know, it was hurting the algorithm for sharing the video to people for whatever reason. But the fact that I have a video, like, most of my videos get uploaded and they get less than half the impressions of my actual sub count. So either half my subscribers don't check their subscription box for a week and a half, or YouTube is not putting me in their subscription box, even though they click the button saying that they want to see my videos in their subscription box. So tell me how that makes any sense. But I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. I look forward to reading your comments about forbidden games. I'm surprised there wasn't, you know, like Modern Warfare 2. There's probably a lot of games that have a lot of controversy involved, like, you know, No Russian in Modern Warfare 2, which is fun times. But there's going to be a lot of other ones, like, wasn't there a Simpsons game, like the taxi game where you run people over or something like that? Wasn't that also a controversial game? Like I said, I don't know. I look forward to reading your comments. But until next video, take care and keep the music.
We were playing